Welcome back for our fourth and final video for Eating Math at Home. I hope you've enjoyed all of our videos so far, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy this one as well. Now this one is called Apples in a Bag. So we don't need a coffee mug or anything else like that. What you're going to need today is you're going to need a Ziploc bag. Now, when you get your Ziploc bag, don't get a regular sandwich bag. You need to make sure you get one that's freezer bag. And you don't want a big gallon size, just a quart size bag that you're going to need. It's very important, once again, that it's freezer bag. As we go through and we prepare to do our recipe, it's important that we make sure that we have all the ingredients and supplies that we need for this one. And the zipper freezer bag is a very, very important component of this recipe. Another thing that you're going to need is you are going to need some apples that are cut up. This needs to be done by an adult. Do not cut the apples by yourselves. Make sure that an adult knows and is able to help you with that. To do that, if you have a fancy apple core and you just push it right down, you're done. You can choose on this. Do I want peels or no peels? Do I want slices or do I want chunks? You get to pick how you want to have it cut, and you might do it one way today and another way the next time that you make it. That's completely up to you. That's your choice and your preference. That's the best thing about cooking for yourself, is you get to pick and choose. Another thing you're going to need is you're going to need the recipe. Now, if you have not already taken that recipe and cut it in half, I want you to do that now. You can either pause this video or go ahead and stop it and come back to it after you've calculated out the halves of the recipes, and you can figure that out. If you want to cook it with the whole recipe the way it is, you're going to need to put it into two separate bags. During this video, I'm going to be talking to you about it as a half, because I really want to encourage you to watch video number 3 and practice halving whole numbers and fractions so that you're ready to do this activity. Now we're going to go ahead and start by reading through the instructions and make sure that we've got all of these things done and ready so we can start our cooking process. First, it says peel or don't peel the apple. You're going to need to core it, slice it, dice it, however you want it to be done, just like I showed you already. Next, you're going to place that apple in a freezer quality Ziploc bag or zipper bag with the rest of the ingredients. Then you're going to seal that bag up except for a vent, and it's very important that when seal it up all the way, shake it, and then you'll open it just a tiny vent, and that part's going to be very important so that you don't make a big mess in the microwave. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So now I'm going to take my bag and I'm going to open it up. Now I could try to balance my bag and make it stand up in there, or my favorite way to do it anytime I'm cooking in a bag is I take that bag, I put it inside of a cup, and then I just fold the lip over and it holds the bag for me so I don't have to hold the bag. Step number 1, I'm going to take one apple. Remember, I'm doing half of the recipe, so go with half the recipe if you're working with me. Get it set up so that you can do just half of the recipe with me and practice doing those doubling and halving of the fractions and whole numbers. I'm going to put both of these different types of apples in here, without the peel, with the peel, sliced and diced. So I have all sorts of different apples in here. You can pick whatever preference that you like the most. Now my apple is all the way in my bag. I need to add the rest of my ingredients. And again, I already halved my recipe, so I'm going to start off with 1 teaspoon of sugar. So I'm going to get my 1 teaspoon of sugar, add that to my bag. Then I need 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. So I'm going to get my 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Really cool thing about cinnamon is it has an automatic way for you to level it. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to push it up against the top there and level it to add my cinnamon. Then I'm going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of cornstarch. Cornstarch is another white powder. Don't get all these white powders confused. Be very careful. Cornstarch has a very special job of making it thick and creamy. If you don't have cornstarch, the flavor will still be there, but a yummy, creamy texture will not be. So I'm going to get my 1/8 teaspoon, and I'm going to go ahead and level it off. I just used the bag to do it. I could use my knife to go ahead and level that off as well. Whatever it is, it's going to help you to do that. 1/8 of a teaspoon I'm going to add in there. Then I need 1 tablespoon of water. So I'm going to scoop out my tablespoon of water and add that to my bag. Now the last step that we have says a handful of raisins, and those are optional. Now I have an allergy to raisins, so what I use instead is I use cranberries. So I'm going to go ahead and add some cranberries. Now I'm just going to do a small handful. If you're wanting an exact amount, I'd probably say it's about 1/4 of a cup, 1/8 of a cup to 1/4 of a cup. But really, it's just going to be whatever you want. When we're baking things like chocolate chip cookies, you have to be very precise, very accurate. When we're just putting a bunch of things in a bag and it's all still going to look about the same, you can be a little bit more flexible, especially with your apples and with your raisins, or in my case, cranberries. Now my next step is I need to go ahead and seal this bag up. Now make sure you seal it all the way, because when you start to shake here in a moment, it's going to make a big mess if it's not. Ready, set, shake. Ah, it was dropping. Shake it more. Is it loud? Roll it around, shake it up, real good. Awesome. Mine's all shook up. I've coated every bit of my apples just the way that I need to. Now we're going to go ahead and I need to do a very, 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 very important step, and that is make a small vent. What that means is that I'm going to take just the corner of my bag and I'm going to make sure my finger can fit through this hole. The rest of this is sealed so things don't leak out, but my finger can fit in this hole, which means that air can get out if it gets too hot, okay? Now I'm going to take this bag and I'm going to put it in the microwave, and I'm going to go ahead and cook it for 2 whole minutes. I know that sounds like a long time, but here's what you need to know. When you cook it for 2 whole minutes, it's going to be hot. If you did not cut this recipe in half and you have 2 bags, cook them separately. Cook the first one for 2 minutes, then cook the second one. As soon as it's done, you can pull it out. You can even put it back into that same cup that you used to hold it, so that way you've got now like a bowl when you open up the bag on there, and you can enjoy it. Please be careful that it is going to be very hot. You might want to sit it in there for a little while. Maybe use a rag or a towel or a pot holder to pull it out so that you don't burn yourself, because again, it will be rather hot when you do this. So please be very careful. Well, thank you guys so much for joining with me on this. I hope that you had a lot of fun. There are some other extensions that you can do on the bottom of the PDF, including an experiment with apples to see. Have you ever seen your apple? You take a bite out of it, you leave it for a while, now it's brown, it looks really gross. But it's not really a bad apple. It just means that some air has oxidized it. So one of the things you can do is you can do a little test with water. So do some water, maybe you do lemon juice in this one, vinegar in that one, salt in that one. Drop some apple cubes in there and test and see which one keeps that nice beautiful white the longest and the best, but then when you also eat it, it still tastes yummy. That's one of our extensions. Another extension we have on the bottom is that you can make more recipes. So say you're like, I didn't like the chocolate chips, I didn't like the apples, Miss Parker. Not a problem at all. Go onto there, look on it. Bigger Bolder Baking has some amazing recipes you can cook in the microwave with a mug. Go on there, test them out. Don't forget to share some awesome pictures of you cooking, eating, and enjoying all the wonderful things that you're cooking. Have a wonderful summer, and thanks for eating math at home with me.